So, Nick Wright revealed his tier list for Week 7. And to be honest, let's break this down one at a time. So, first one is facing elimination, which I think we can all agree with him. All these teams are kind of on the brink of, their season kind of going to heck. You got all these teams right here who Saints actually looked pretty good starting off the season, but now they're went downhill. Obviously, the Giants just lost to us. Now they're 2-4. The Rams are looking horrendous with all their injuries. And the Jags, they just lost in London. So, okay, facing elimination. Second one is some caliber, different conversation. Yeah, again, if the Dolphins, once they get back to I think they're going to be in a lot better situation. And I know he does talk about in here, he feels bad. You got to feel bad for the Dolphins for that reason. If the Cardinals had any type of defense, they would be fine. They have a great offense. They are dealing with injuries. I know Marvin Harrison Jr. just got hurt, but they have a great offense. They just got to figure out the defense. And then the Jets, I don't even know what to say about them. Now they got Devontae Adams. They just fired their head coach. When is things going to start working out? Or is it a quarterback problem with Aaron Rodgers? That's, I think, a question eventually down the line they're going to have to think about and look at. Old school football. And by the way, mid is pretty self-explanatory. Mid, and mid. All 3-3, all looking mid as hell. That's pretty much that. Old school football. That's pretty much the best way to explain it. Your head coach is your best option. Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton, and Jim Harbaugh. That's the star of all three of these teams. 100% all three of these teams. That's their biggest thing. They all struggle in their own way. They all play old school backyard football. They're winning somehow. And they're all somewhat good teams. Broncos are the only team right now who are kind of in that iffy point, but they're 3-3. Offense has to carry them. I'm hoping after last week's game that this isn't as much of a thing anymore. Hopefully, we are getting back. We got back pretty much a whole defensive line. Now Sheldon Rankins is back as well. So that should mean we should get some more pressure on the interior side as our pass rushing game. But yeah, so far it's been really, we don't score 30 plus points a game, we're going to lose the game. The Giants game was the first game I felt like where it's like our offense struggled, but our defense finally stood up. And I'm hoping that is a common trend moving forward, especially because we have to play the Ravens again. But it is what it is, man. It's one of those frustrating parts about this team right now is the defense is definitely not going in the correct direction. And you gotta look at the fact we have no Dax Hill. He's out for the season. We lost Can Sample before the season even started. We're losing players on the defense and dealing with this. Plus, we had half our defensive line out for the first freaking half of the season. Yeah, it's been offense or nothing type of game. Nerf or nothing. It's offense or nothing. Falcons and Seahawks, yeah, they're also in that kind of weird situation. The games have to matter. Yeah, and he does talk about with these is that, they played really good teams and they have either done really well or they beat really good teams. And so far, all four of those teams right there, yeah, the Bills are one of the best in the league. I know they lost to the Ravens. Still a really great team. Commanders, Jaden Daniels is looking absolutely unstoppable. Went toe-to-toe with the Ravens last week. Lost by 7 points. 49ers, starting off the season didn't look too good. Then kind of turned it up as of recently. Tampa Bay Buccaneers just demolished the New Orleans Saints. And yeah, NFC North. Damn. Here's what I'll say, right? Going into this season, I did. I bashed Dan Orlovsky because he said the NFC North this season is going to be better than the AFC North. And here's what I'll say about the whole situation. I still believe the AFC North is better than the NFC North. Now, I do believe that the NFC North has a better schedule. I do believe that. I think they have an easier schedule than the AFC North, and I think it's going to be a lot tougher, a lot easier for them, to win games and look really good as a division. But if we're talking about straight up who has the better teams, I still believe we have the better teams. I still think the Ravens are one of the best, if not one of the best team in the NFL right now. I think the Bengals, when their defense is getting going, we are one of the best teams as well. I think the Steelers are showing that even, now with a quarterback change, they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. And same thing with Cleveland right now is going through hell. But outside of Cleveland, we're all really good teams. So I still think we have a better division. I still think when you come down to it, death and taxes here, it's a tough division. Both divisions are good. Again, the NFC North is not a bad division. I never said it was a bad one. It's just, I think the AFC North is better. But again, like I said, right now, I know record would show the NFC North is better. But I think the AFC North also has, well, other than us, everyone else in the AFC North have the toughest schedules in the NFL. The NFL did not give the AFC North any type of leeway outside of us. And we're crapping to bed with our leeway, apparently. Top contenders, Ravens, Texans, okay. And then, respected, disrespected, whatever you want to say. Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to argue with this tier list really that much. As always, I never in my life thought I'd be getting to a point where Nick Wright is someone I think is very logical, and I agree with most of the stuff he says. Oh, I know recently that's been a logical point, but if you follow my channel for the 2-3 years we've been going, Nick Wright used to be the biggest Bengals hater of all time, and then he completely switched around. Now he is very supportive of us, so I respect the switch up. Hey, Nick, if you ever want to run for politics, you definitely will win. They love doing that as well, buddy. They love doing the switch up. Anyway, no. On the real note, though, respect is due, man. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I know I made a video earlier talking about the Cleveland Browns game. I'm still on the fence about that game. That game's going to be so freaking annoying, but peace out.